How's everybody doing? My name is Mike. I got Miss Bella with us today, and we're going to be working on her sit. So she is 8 months old, and the family's only had her for about 3 months. So they did not have her when she was 8 weeks. That's absolutely when you want to start training the dog to do things like sit. So I'm going to be working with her on her sit. She hasn't had too much work on this, so when the dog's younger, they have less body weight, so and they have less experience in life, so it's easier to get them to sit. So what we're going to be doing with her, when the dog resists, when we're asking them to sit, we have to put a little pressure on them to get them to sit. The reason they resist is because they don't understand the position. So you will see, once I can get the dog in the position and tell the dog, you know, good girl, she will begin to start to understand, oh, this is what he wants when he says this. When I say sit, he wants this. It becomes muscle memory. The reason the dog resists is because the dog doesn't understand, oh, why are you trying to get my butt to hit the ground? They don't understand that you're trying to get their butt to hit the ground and that's what you want. They don't understand that until they're in that position. So it's kind of a yin-yang thing. You kind of got to do the dance with the dog, and we do it different ways, and we do whatever is going to work best for the dog. Each dog is a little different. We'll see what's going to work best with her. Usually I'm just using some pressure on the leash, and I'm using my hand or my foot to just try and guide her butt to the ground. And the way we do that is we kind of pulse with them. So it's on, off, on, off, on. I say sit, and then I kind of rock their butt, or just kind of pulse it to get them until I feel their knees kind of give, and then they sit. So you don't just take their butt and force it to the ground, because you're not going to get compliance that way. And we're not forcing the dog. What is happening is we have to mentally get the dog to want to do that. But first, we have to get her to understand the position we're talking about. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. Come on, girl, heel. Heel. Sit. So then I go ahead and try and rock her butt real easy, and I put a little pressure here. Good girl, good sit. Good girl, and I'm telling her that because she's first learning this position. So the reason we put pressure on the collar up and then we rock the butt is because eventually I'm not going to be rocking her butt anymore. I'm just going to be pulling up on the collar, and that will be the signal to sit if she does not in the future. Heel. Sit, and then I make it happen. This is how you get the muscle memory. Good girl, good girl. See, I'm telling her good girl because she's just learning, and then when her knees give, that's what I want from her. I'm letting her know that's what I want. Heel, sit. So remember, I'm pulsing. So on, off. Good girl. Heel. She's also working on her heeling during this exercise. Sit. So I say the word, then we make it happen. This is how it becomes muscle memory. Good. Good sit. Heel. Sit. Good. Heel. Sit. And we make it happen. Make it happen. Good. Good girl. See, I'm fixing my timing. So when when her knees give, I'm going to say good girl to her. So she starts associating with that's what I want. Because for her, it's a little harder than most dogs. So we got to break it down a little bit better for her. Heel. Sit. Good. Good. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. I'm saying that because she's allowing me to do it. First time I did it with her, she was even a little more resistant. Heel. But this is how you make the imprint. Okay. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. See, I'm doing that because she did it on her own that time. This is how you make the imprint. This is how you make it muscle memory. This is how you work with your dog and gain a positive relationship with them. You're working without treats. They work for your affection. And they also learn that you know how to do the ebb and flow the yin-yang, so to speak, dance of dog training, get them to do what you want without using a treat that's going to excite them, and it's just not how to become the leader. Heel. Heel. Sit. Good. Heel. Sit. Good girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. Good girl. Good job. Remember, I'm rewarding her because she did it on her own. Good girl. Good job, girl. Remember, she's 8 months old. At 8 weeks, this is much easier to get a young dog that they rock their butt. They just go off balance, you know, because they haven't lived very long. So when you throw them off balance, it's easy to get them to sit. It's a little bit harder when, you know, they're, you know, she's probably over 70 pounds. Heel. All right, guys, so I had a couple things just happen. My camera just messed up, so I didn't get footage that I just shot of what I was doing with her. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. You know, unfortunately, that's where the magic was, but I can explain what is happening. So the way I was trying to get her to sit, I was rocking her butt and using the collar, and the truth is, you know, this dog, no one has taught the dog how to sit. She's already old enough that she's basically like an adult as far as her body weight. So she's learned how to use her body weight to stop the exercise or not do anything she doesn't want to do. So let me remind you that this dog is also here with me for resource guarding. The dog bumps into me all the time. So the dog's knocked the children down in the home. There's 2 young children that the dog is knocked down in the home. In my opinion, a dog like a Rottweiler, any dog actually, even a Chihuahua, you should have 100% control of that dog. You tell that dog to sit, it should sit, because of things like small children. And the dog should have, hey, see how she started just chewing on the eyeball I have in the wall, so I just gave her a little correction. You know, you have to have 100% control of the dog, because the dog can hurt children. You know, and that's one of the things she's here with me for. She's not really having respect for people. When you treat the dog like a human, the dog is going to start to treat humans like other dogs, and that's what this dog is doing. So we're teaching her how to sit. When I was trying to get her to sit earlier, I'm going to post some of that video. She's kind of just taking advantage of me. She's kind of resistant. She's kind of getting over on me. They're very smart. She's trying to figure out how she cannot do what I'm asking her to do, because she's used to doing whatever she wants. That's a side effect of not training at 8 weeks. Again, the family got this dog just 3 months ago, so they didn't even have an opportunity from the very start to do that anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what she's hopefully learned. Now I'm using the wall to pinch her. I like to shoot my videos from over here, but with her, she's being so difficult. I need every advantage. So now I'm using the wall to pinch her in between here, so she can't swing her butt out everywhere. She doesn't really have too much of a choice but to kind of sit down. So let's go ahead and see how she's doing. And again, we keep the collar up high on the dog. That's going to help when I give a little pressure for her to want to sit backwards. Heel. All right, girl, sit. Show them what you learned. Good girl. Atta girl. Heel. Sit. Atta girl. Good girl. Heel. Heel. See, she's trying to stop the exercise by just tug, heel. And it doesn't have to be hard, but you have to give a tug. She has to come in the direction I'm going. Sit. Good girl. Good job. Heel. Tug. Sit. So, good girl. You're doing a good job, girl. So she's trying to take advantage in any way. She's trying to stop the exercise, you know. So she's smart. We have to convey to her in a way she trusts, understands, and respects what we want from her. And as you can see now, I'm not forcing her to sit. I'm just using pressure on the collar. She just didn't know the position, and this particular dog is just not used to taking direction from anyone. She's used to doing whatever she wants, and that can be dangerous for children and for people. This dog is not a toy. This is a Rottweiler. They're serious dogs, and they absolutely need obedience training. Good girl, good sit. See, we reward them for when they do what we want. But just in that short amount of time, she's learned how to sit, you know. Heel. Come on, girl, heel. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Atta girl. Good girl. Good sit, girl. Heel. Come on. Heel. Sit. Atta girl. Good job. So that's going to be it for her today. Okay, girl. She did a good job. And, you know, you got to figure out what works for the dog. They're not all easy. She's been a little bit more resistant on how to get her sit. Again, that's a side effect of not being trained early. Now she has the body weight. She knows how to use it. She's dominated every house she's been in.